Hey friends, Tyler from Seller Accountant. I got a great question on the YouTube channel on our cost of goods sold and e-commerce accounting video from Cyberdog200. I want to try to address your question, Cyberdog200. Thank you for consuming the content. Here's what he's asking. What do you load into cost of goods sold as an Amazon seller? And in particular, should your non-Amazon fulfillment charges. What I mean by this is fulfilled by merchant, right? He talks about FBM. I've sold a product through Amazon, but I'm getting a bill from FedEx, UPS, and the like. Should that be in my profit and loss statement up in the cost of goods sold section or down in kind of the normal bottom of my P&L where my other expenses are? His take was that the IRS, I think, Tyler, should have us put it down further in our P&L. Let me give you my answer to that. So I just want to remind you guys, and you can go back and watch the other cost of goods sold video, but remember that we're talking about two distinctly different definitions of the word cost of goods sold. Crazy confusing. One of them is there is a section of our profit and loss statement called the cost of goods sold section, right? I've got it kind of surrounded in a green box on the screen here. This section of our P&L statement should have everything that we want to have above the gross profit line, right? And so we'll come back to that in a second. Then there's also the very direct cost of the units that we sell. That is the product cost of goods sold, which again, that's so confusing in the American world of accounting to have them both have the same name, but be two different things. One's a section, one's an actual category. And so for the red circle here, how much did I pay for the product that I sold? I like, as an accountant, to load as many of the duties and tariffs and inbound charges into that definition of a value per unit as possible. Sometimes that's easier if you have good software, you have good inventory management and that kind of thing. Sometimes that's really hard and you have to simplify it. But going to the broader kind of global question of, but in my profit and loss statement, what should be above the line? What should be in my definition of gross profit? And here's my take on this. This gross profit number, at Seller Accountant, we call this PAG. We call it post-advertising gross profit because I really want to load in a bunch of really important direct expenses into this because it's so important. I have to know what my margins are after my logistics charges. I have to know what my margins are after my Amazon fees. I have to know what my margins are after my advertising and storage. As a result, we have a very liberal take on what should be up in cost of goods sold. And in my mind, if I can accurately reflect that this was a direct expense to sell the unit, I would love for it to be in the green cost of goods sold section of my profit and loss statement because that's going to give me the most accurate picture of what my margins are. To Cyberdog200's point, if I'm a $30 million seller top line, I've got really big volume, I need to be very obsessed about every line and definition in the IRS's code for what is cost of goods sold versus other expenses and overhead. For all the rest of us, the 300,000 6 and 7 figure sellers that are really my audience here at Seller Accountant, we do not need to be splitting hairs with the IRS about exactly what should be below the line, above the line. We are going to pay taxes in the right amount on our net profit per year. What's important for us is that Bezos is going to get paid. We need to make sure that we are profitable in every channel that we sell in and every product that we sell. And the only way that we can do this in my CFO practice and our bookkeeping practice here is to make sure that we load as much as we possibly can. And so to answer your direct question, yes. If I have outbound logistics charges, I get a FedEx bill or a UPS bill or a USPS bill from where I am sending my product to my customer, my preference is to add that into the green cost of goods sold section of my profit and loss statement, even though it isn't loaded into the individual unit cost, that is the red cost of goods sold category. I hope that isn't too confusing. If you have any additional questions, please leave me a comment or another question. I'm happy to engage and answer those for you. Have a great day. Take care.